Welcome to Behind the Business Scene, presented by Amato Media, and your host, Ryan Amato.
All right, here we are. How are you today? We're here on a Saturday morning, bright and early, beautiful day. And I wanted to talk to you about something that's been going on for the last few weeks, and that is in some ways positive, and in some ways negative, and it depends on how you perceive it as your own self, as a boss, as a leader. So my goal for the past, 5, 6, 7 years has always been with the vision where I can be out of the day-to-day operations of the painting company that I own. So I own a residential and commercial, mostly facility painting company, it's a very fluid type of business. So things are always changing. You have new people coming in all the time. You have people leaving, and you do your best with retention that you can. But things happen. So it's very time consuming. So just like any other business, you have, how do you get your customers? So that's marketing. Social media is huge. Your marketing could be mailers, it could be social media, it could be retention of past customers, it could be, go down the line, it could be anything like that you can imagine. So that takes up a lot of time, a lot of creativity. That's where I believe I am good at, so that's why we were able to grow the business so fast. But with growing the business, then you have those issues. So you have to, once you get the jobs, you estimate them, you win them, you have to produce them. So producing a lot of work and managing a schedule is not the easiest thing to do when you're dealing with sometimes employees or subcontractors that aren't reliable. It happens. It happens to everybody. So it's not just this business. It's many businesses. You do the best that you can. Having employees versus having subcontractors, that's a different podcast, and we'll talk about that another time. There's pluses and minuses to each one. One is not better than the other, and both can have some downfalls, regardless of which one is the other. So anyway, we've tried over the years to bring people in to hopefully mold them and train them for this position. Sometimes the problem is I'm not the best trainer, like on-site trainer. The story always went, Ted Williams, the baseball player, was obviously an amazing hitter, one of the best hitters ever. But sometimes it's hard to take all that knowledge you have and train somebody else to do it the same. And it's frustrating when they don't get it. I think, and I'm sure he thought, that here, you take the bat, hold it this way, swing it, and you hit it. And I'm simplifying, obviously. But I think the same thing. Here's everything we do. Go do it. Here's all the tools. I have all the best apps. I have all the best vendors. I have the best of everything. We have the best resources. Everything's in nice little folders for everybody to read and learn and train. But come to find out, it doesn't work that way. Just because I'm motivated and that's how I learn, I don't need somebody to show me. It's not the way everybody else learns. So a good example is we use Estimate Rocket. Estimate Rocket is a really nice app for estimating. We've used a bunch over the years. That's the one that we've kind of stuck to. Well, Estimate Rocket does a great job of having videos on YouTube. They're all there. All of them. No matter what you want to do, they're there. And they have great support, and they'll chat with you, and blah, 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 blah. They're very good. In my mind, there's really no reason for me to train that because all the training is available. Somebody else already developed the training. That's how I learned. Well, it's not the case. So I can't just say, hey, we use Estimate Rocket, go learn it, and I'll talk to you in a week or two, because it just never seems to work that way. People learn different ways. So we're at a point now where we had grown fast, regrouped, kind of went backwards a little bit, slowed down, and now we're back on an upswing because just the time of during the pandemic, post-pandemic, has just been crazy for us. It's been super duper busy. I talked to many other service companies. It's the same way. They're all busy. They don't have enough people to do the work, and people are spending money like crazy. So it was a good time to bring somebody in at this point. My ultimate goal is to be out of the day-to-day so I can do more things like this and train other companies and train other people and work on the business, not inside the business, possibly work 2-3 days a week and let the crew and the team run everything else. It's certainly possible if you have the right people. But the one thing I didn't think about is what happens when that happens? What happens if you get what you want? So for me, the last couple weeks, we have very effective people right now. They're very capable. They're doers. They get things done. Maybe they're not fully trained in all the little nuances of the painting industry, but it has actually freed me up enough where it's created more work for me on the other end. So, and I'm talking about on the creativity and the marketing end. So I kind of envisioned I'd bring these people in. They would take over all these little tasks that happen all throughout the day and the week. And, I'll be sitting at a park somewhere enjoying life. And there'll be some days like that. That certainly happens. But what happened was now I'm in front of the computer, working on processes and the business and videos and whatnot. So it's actually created more work for me. So it was a little surprising. Not really something I was looking to do. So it's caused a little, anxiety here and there. I want to make sure I'm not I'm not pulling away to actually create 10 times the amount of work. So I'm watching that. See, and we also have new people starting. So whether they're whether they're in the right seat, whether they're going to stay in that same position, whether they're going to maybe they'll switch to a different position, maybe they switch to a different company altogether. Maybe it doesn't work out. We don't know that. These things happen. So do the best that we can with what we have. So the moral of the story is sometimes you do get what you want, and we have to be prepared for it. I was not prepared to have all this additional extra time. So we're working on that. Again, my ultimate goal as a owner is not to be involved in day-to-day. I mean, I'm just not, I don't think that I am good at managing the day-to-day. It's not really something I'm interested in. There's people who are better at that than I am, who can give the attention to our clients way better than I can. Sometimes I can't get back to somebody for a week or two on an answer to a painting question. So it's just the way that it is. So that's why I have people in place who can take care of that. So we want to train our people, train them the best that we can. And if I'm not a good trainer, I have to give them the tools and the resources to be trained. And we have to set expectations. They need to know my vision. Certainly need to know my vision because that's what they need to carry out every day. We don't want to have 4 or 5 other visions out there and we have chaos at that point. So we're going with one vision. We're going to train them, and we're going to, make sure everything is going smoothly as can be. And I tell the team all the time, you're going to have hiccups. You're going to have the customer who's not happy. You're going to have the customer who you can't make happy no matter what you do. You're going to spill paint. No pun intended. You're going to break things. It happens. That's why there's insurance. They have insurance for a reason. It's not because nothing ever happened. It's because things happen and you want to make sure that you're protected. So it's not always going to be your roses. Sometimes you're going to have muck and things that happen there. So keep pulling strong. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep training. Make sure everybody knows your vision, and make sure that you set clear expectations. Until next time, it's Ryan Amato.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for listening to my podcast. If you're looking for social media content for your contracting business, painting contractors, carpenters, electricians, any type of contractor, please check us out on Instagram at Amato Media, or check us out on LinkedIn. We can definitely help you all out. So have a great day.